Hey guys, MadCow here, and welcome back to another STORMWORKS video where we start off clearing my inventory of all this junk that we're not going to need here. We are going to need these. So, we are doing a tutorial on how to make a lifeboat in STORMWORKS, because I'm going to be honest, I was very confused, and I couldn't find any tutorial on the internet. Now, we have here a nice little boat deck on a ship. It is completely fake, as you can see, but we're gonna work off of this. So some things you'll need are some sort of hinge, robotic hinge, preferably this robotic hinge. And then what you're gonna want to do is, if you're actually new to this game, which I kind of am, you're gonna want to keep in mind that these blocks are a 1/4 meter, so we'll just give ourselves lots of room here. Brush, do that, fill this back in, take this, my custom color, and draw some wooden planks. And then we add a wall. Anyways, okay, so what you're going to want to do is you're going to make some space for the hinges to go in. We're going to make that big. And you have to keep in mind that you can make your lifeboats any way you want. So you actually want these to face up, like that. And you just put them both in like that. And then we're just going to make a davit. Actually, 2 davits. And then, before you do anything, you're going to need all of the controls on your davits. I'm actually going to make a room on this one. Lever. Oh yeah, you're also going to need these things. You're going to need a winch, a throttle lever, a toggle button, push button, and then you're gonna need 2 connectors, a hinge connector, and a small connector. And now that we've got all this stuff, what we need to do is we need to put all of them down. Now this throttle lever is going to be the davit angle, because that is how this davit works. Now we're just placing buttons right now, so yeah, we're going to do some logic later, and don't be afraid of logic because it's not too hard in this game. But anyways, okay, no, that's not supposed to be there. You want to just extend your davit, and then you want to make the actual lifeboat, like so. But here's the catch. Do you see how these, when I hover over this, the davits turn gray, and then when you hover over the davits, the ship turns gray? That means that these are all separate bodies, which is made by hinges and pivots and stuff. Speaking of pivots, we do need a pivot or some kind of thing that will make our body make a different body. So to actually start building the lifeboat, we're going to have to make it a completely separate body. So you're just going to place a line of hinges, and then you can place a block here, delete all the hinges, and now you have a completely separate lifeboat that is completely separate from the rest of the boat. Yes. So you just want to build a quick lifeboat, or you want to be careful with your lifeboats, and preferably make them kind of big so you can fit seats on them. But anyways, you're going to want to delete the tips actually, so that you can place some small connectors on the ends. Now what these are going to do, of course, is they're going to connect the lifeboat to the boat deck so that it doesn't fly off before you need them. So we're just going to build up the lifeboat. Yeah, we'll just do that. We don't want to waste time. And then you grab your winch, and then you kind of want to place the actual thing kind of as close as possible to the lifeboat itself. Actually, let's extend the davits a little bit. Let's say that much. We'll put it here. So erase that. Put that there, winch there, small connector there, and now we need to do the same on the other side. Stuff, winch, connector. Oh, and don't forget, on the lifeboat, in the middle of the lifeboat, you want to place your hinge connector. Now, what the hinge connector is going to do is, as I said, it's going to connect it to the deck, and you actually want to place your lifeboat 2 blocks above the deck, because the different hinges on the lifeboat and the deck will get in the way, and you want to make sure you have some room for your hinge, which I don't. So you just want to be careful of that. And you place the hinges like that, and now what you do, you also need a button somewhere, a toggle button, for the deck connectors. And now what we're going to do is some logic. First we're going to do selections, and you can label all these things if you want, but we're just going to do this. You want to make these either 0.25 degrees to, no, not 0.25. You want to set the min value to negative 0.25 or 0.5. We're just going to do 2.5, and then positive 0.25, and then you want to put the start value at negative 0.25. And if the negative 0.25 swings the davits outward, then you change it to positive 0.25, like that. And then you put the display name, and you probably want to turn the sensitivity down so it doesn't go absolutely wild. And then we're going to do this one. These are just the winch buttons. And then over here is the deck connector. You label that. I actually forgot another button. We need another toggle button somewhere on the davit. Right there. And this is going to be our connector button. So we're going to want to turn this on the default state. And now we're going to do some logic. Now, as you can see, there's a bunch of logic here. So what you want to do is you want to find your 2 winch buttons, and then whichever one you said is winch down, you want to connect to the winch cable down, and you want to do the same thing for winch up. And then with this toggle button, this is going to be your disconnect button, so you want to just attach this to all of the magnets like so. And then we're going to do this throttle lever, which is going to connect to the davits. So we're going to connect this to there. Very good. And now, this is the deck connector button. Oh, hold on. You actually have to hook these up to both, so that both of them wind down. And you also want to turn the winches up to like 2 or something, because 1 is way too slow. But anyways, you also, I don't know what else you want to do. We don't want to mess with that. We want to continue the logic. We're actually almost done. All you need to do, toggle button, but this is your deck connector button. You put that there, connect these to both of the hinge connectors, and now you're done. And you should probably put the robotic hinge to something, to some speed like 0.5 or something. But that's how you make a lifeboat, and now I'll show you an example of a working lifeboat on this beauty called the SS Reinhardt. It's my only ship that I've ever built, and we're gonna do a quick demonstration. As the vehicle loads, it is beautiful. And what you should see as you go up to your boat deck, you should see, okay, you shouldn't see that. Let's go over here. Okay, well, it seems the deck connectors aren't connecting, but you want to see this thing only swerving, rolling left and right. And let's just, either way, it's fine. So the deck, if you want to launch the lifeboat, you gotta turn the deck connectors off. You gotta swing the davit out like that, and then these push buttons are gonna do the winch. And then you want to leave it till it touches the water, and then you want to disconnect it. And now, if we come this way, we have a lifeboat deployed. Now, I'm running low on time, so I'm gonna do a quick stop here. Have a good day. Alt F9. See you soon.